Hi everyone, I hope we're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be talking about how to properly meditate. Before I get into it, you are more than welcome to subscribe. On this channel I talk about all things self-development, so if that sounds good to you, I would love to have you here. I have been meditating for years, and back in Australia I would meditate 20 minutes every single day. Of course, it's not as a crazy amount as other people, but in those 20 minutes I got all of the information that I needed. Every single thing that I had questions about, I feel like my inner being guided me. Meditation is so great to clear your mind. You get these hints and these feelings of what you should do. So I like to think of it like this: manifesting is asking, right? It's talking to the universe or to God or to yourself, right? But meditating is listening to God, listening to the universe, listening to yourself. So any guidance that you need, you will get when you just quiet your mind. When I moved to New York, I don't know why, but I sort of lost that for a couple of months, and I have been steadily trying to get it back. And I was meditating a couple of days ago and it just hit me. These are the exact steps that you need to go through. Within just a couple of days of me following these steps, I got back to how I was back in Australia, and I'm really happy about it, and I look forward to meditating every single day. Now, you know that it's working when 20 minutes feels like a second, because in Australia that's really how it was. I was able to meditate in silence for an hour straight, literally without any question. The next day I would do everything that I channeled the night before, and even if it made no sense, and then I did it the next day and everything just worked out perfectly for me. So here are the steps. As you're in meditation, every single moment that you're in that meditation, you have to be aware that you are in the present moment. There's no future and there's no past. That doesn't exist. You're purely just in the present moment. The second thing is, everything that you are is I am, meaning you are not a woman or a man. You're not your ethnicity or your race or your gender or where you live or how much money you have. You are a soul, and you need to channel into that, into your inner being. So if that's a little bit hard for you to do, close your eyes and just recognize that what you have going on right now is just your circumstances, and really don't listen to any outside external forces or things that happened in the past or the future or what is happening right now or happened during your day or your problems. Really just get in tune with your soul, and that if that takes just your thoughts, like being in tune with your thoughts at first, respect that, but just be with yourself. Those are the two premises that you should ongoingly go by as you're in a meditative state. Now, I'm not going to be talking about get into a specific position and breathe. This is the thing that turned me off to no end with meditating, when people said, breathe, focus on your breathing. Number one, I hate concentrating on breathing. Even when I was in high school and they were teaching meditation, they were like, focus on your breathing, focus on your breathing, and that would always piss me off. But as soon as I just chucked everyone's advice out the window and I literally just did what made me feel good, me not concentrating on my breathing actually made me tap into myself more. The breathing distracted me. Like, it kind of made me anxious, and I was like, am I doing this correctly? Like, what does this even mean? I like lying down because it's less energy. Like, I don't have to concentrate on sitting up. Your body does not matter. It's what's inside of you right now that matters. My favorite thing is laying down, dark room, with also an eye mask, so you can't see anything. It has to be pitch black, no distractions whatsoever. If you could get to the state of not listening to anything and just being in a pitch black room and just being within yourself, I highly recommend that. But as a beginner, I did guided meditations every single night, and that helped me so much. And as I got into those guided meditations and I did them for a couple of weeks, I sort of started to get in tune of what those people that were guiding me were saying, and I was able to construct my own meditation that helped me more. And when I say my own meditation, I really just mean lying down and going into myself. If I have a really distracting day where there's a lot of worries on my mind, and I feel like I might not be able to control it with just sitting in silence, like I go back to guided meditations because they help me and they kind of guide me back to what I need to be doing on a meditation. It's kind of like a path, and that really is great for beginners. That first time that meditation actually hits you, and you go from sitting in silence feeling like an idiot or being scared of your own thoughts attacking you, to being so in control, getting guided, and just being open to the universe. Like that first time where you actually experience real meditation, it's like there's no going back. I highly recommend you practicing doing that, and then once you get out of like guided meditations, you can definitely put on frequency like, you know, 952 hertz or whatever hertz. There's so many hertz that I don't even know, but there's like peace frequency. Sometimes I put on like a subliminal. Well, now this is what I do. I like to just listen to white noise. I really like hearing like astral, like white noise sounds, so I like to put that on. If you've never done this before, I recommend 5 minutes every single night, just before you go to sleep, maybe a little bit before that so you don't fall asleep. So okay, let's go into the meat of this topic. This is what really helps me when I'm actually in meditation, because my issue and everyone's issue when they're in meditation is getting thoughts, right? Like random thoughts, and it feels like it's not you, because it's not. It's just your monkey mind like projecting everything that happened within the day. You're remembering your problems, right? And this is the thing that has always helped me, and when I remember this, it just actually makes me tapped in so much. So instead of fighting with your thoughts, just observe them, look at them, let them pass, but also be mindful that you have to mindfully let them pass. Just consciously redirect yourself back, and this is the most important thing, don't feel bad. If you've been meditating for 18 minutes and all you do is keep going back to your problems or what's happening during the day, or just random things that you know isn't your inner being, or you're not actually tapped into the present moment, don't feel bad. You are practicing. I still have this. I'm meditating for 20 minutes and I'm like, I haven't gotten nowhere. Practice is the most important thing. Be consistent with it, and you will start getting better and better and better at this. Most important thing, I have to know that I'm in the present moment, and I have to know that I am my soul. I'm not 26-year-old Russian Australian Rita living in New York, Manhattan, deputy head of video, Daily Mail, my problems, the things that I want in life. I am, and that's all I am, is I am. And you can keep repeating the I am, those two things, and then also observing your thoughts and letting them pass. It's as if there's like a cinema screen and you're literally just looking at your thoughts pass you by like you're watching a movie. You're not taking the remote and stopping it and analyzing everything that's happening in that scene, taking out your notes. As you accept it and let it pass, they just fizzle away by themselves. If not in this meditation, if not in the next one or the next one or the next one or the next one, trust me guys, it's so worth it to keep practicing and doing this, because eventually you're going to get it and it's going to change your life. You're going to be able to control your thoughts a lot more, and you're going to be able to laugh at the thoughts that you get in your brain, and you're going to know that what you're thinking is literally cap. I don't listen to my breathing, or I don't focus on my breathing, or whatever people say. This is what helps me instead. I focus purely on the white noise. If you're doing a guided meditation, you'll literally only focus on moment to moment what is happening in that meditation. If I feel myself getting out of that and going back into random thoughts, I can position myself back to, oh, there's a controlled noise going on in my ear. Like breathing, I have to regulate it. I know I'm breathing all the time automatically, and now I'm conscious of it. I'm like but it's less controlled, like it's something that's in my ear, so I can just revert back to that. That helps me out a lot. Because like a white blank slate, when you're imagining in your meditation something like, or just blackness, it's boring. So when I imagine that I'm like in space and there's like a galaxy in front of me, guidance comes to me in images, and it just like appears in the galaxy. So that helps me so much. It helps me not be distracted. It helps me focus. So simultaneously I'm listening to like white noise, and I'm also imagining a galaxy in front of me. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It doesn't have to be vivid. Mine isn't. It's just literally a random like space, whatever. It could just be like a sky with like stars. That helps me so much. And as I'm concentrating visually and audially, and I'm listening to the audio, I am so tapped in, I'm so present, and that's when I get all of my guidance, and I can truly feel like myself and think like myself, and I'm not thinking about what is going on in my life or whatever. I'm literally just tapped in, tuned in, turned on, all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this and if it has helped you. What are some other meditation techniques that have helped you out? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! You're done.